And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's McCown, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go. Detroit. 19.
McCown being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Josh McCown, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And here's Sean Sweezum after the touchdown to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Tolzien. It's caught right side by Daniels. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Well, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And he finds Daniels. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
He completes it middle of the field to Janis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 16 yards there, and that'll be good for a KC first down. They'll look to throw again. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at.
There he goes, left side. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Here we go.
McCown now on first down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Travis Lewis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Now let's go.
McCown going to throw it here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The 5-time Pro Bowler, Robert Mathis, in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Now McCown. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. McCown looking to throw on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. That if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Here we go now. Blue line. Blue line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Set. Blue line. Blue line.
Now Tolzien. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Oh, not running. McCown wants to throw. Flushed out right. And Escobar has it left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Here we go now. Blue line.
McCown's going to throw. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, could also result in a melee later, though. And now here comes Kansas City. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one caught left side by Cooper. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.